Good morning, Tomah, Wisconsin. Day number 3, session number 4, right around the corner here as we get underway at 12 o'clock Central Time. And we're back here on the full pull stage. And it's been an awesome last 2.5 days, I guess, of prep and everything you think about. And then obviously leading into 3 sessions of competition. Chase Richardson to my farthest right. We have the man behind it all right here, Mr. OJ to my right, and then RJ Simon to my left. I'll try not to get confused with RJ and OJ as we make our way through here this morning. But RJ Simon, obviously very little introduction needed with everything that he is doing in this sport of person in terms of vehicles, the whole plethora, you name it.
Man.
Yeah, I don't believe in that. Come on now.
Hey, fortunately for all you fans around the world, we got the 1.2 million follower social media influencer off the stage in replacement with RJ. So the quality of this show is definitely going to improve.
Yeah, absolutely. For sure, we went. They definitely went up today.
We are upgrading as we speak. So obviously we have had some fantastic competition. Last night's unlimited class, we talked a lot about that in prep of session number 3. It didn't really disappoint by any means whatsoever. Really good competition there. Pro stock tractor class. We had all been kind of talking a little bit about Mastersons and their arrival of Kevin coming here after a 20-year hiatus. He lived up to the billing and the hype there as well, and a green-red battle with the Mays family and with Rob Russell, which was a pretty neat deal as well. So obviously there were some great classes last night. We have a whole afternoon and evening to conclude the 2023 BUDWEISER Dairyland Super National event here in Tomah. So
that Friday night show, I mean, I don't know if it gets much better than that, honestly.
Yeah, no, I was,
you had what, the top 3 unlimited within 3 feet?
It was very competitive, very close.
That's headbanger right there.
I was almost, not tooting my own horn or anything, but I just had the Benedict tractor other than the Criswell tractor. I'd had all 3.
No introduction needed. The officially now named full pull handicapper, the guy who makes his picks. I think you're batting what, 80% right now for the weekend?
We're doing all right. I had the semi winner last night. I had the Super Farm winner last night. I had number 1, 2, and almost number 3 in the modified side or unlimited side. And certainly we're having some fun.
We still don't have, so our session by session challenge, $1,000. We still have not given it away. And as a matter of fact, there's been some talks with some of the people not here in the grounds. I think maybe session 5 they might double it up to $2,000. Just because I told you I don't think anybody can do it. If there is one person that could do it, it's probably you. But
can I enter as my son? He's only 3.
Even you are human.
Got to be 21 years old to play, so no, don't do that. But it's been, I guess for me, like I don't want to show bias towards anyone. I love all the people that love this same sport that I do, and I believe that RJ, I believe that Chase, I believe that the Nelsons or whoever's in the 2-wheel drive class has the equipment and the capability to get everything right. And that's really what you have to do. You have to take your calculated knowledge that you have, and you have to take your hunch, and you got to make it work.
Yeah, there's just so many factors into it. Like yesterday afternoon, I made a lot of passes in a 2-wheel drive, but towards the end of the class, it's something simple, but they changed.
Just go ahead and, dude, this is not the NTPA's trailer. This is full pull. Go ahead and say it. We're good.
No, you're good.
I'll say it if you don't say it.
I was going to say it right on live. I ain't scared.
They changed the grader operator.
Yep, they did. They changed the grader operator, and it totally changed the starting line from it was rough and kind of choppy to it was smooth as glass towards the end, and it totally turned around. Not taking anything away from the guys at the end or anything.
It's all legal. They didn't do anything illegal.
No, yeah.
I mean, it's all fair game.
You're playing with dirt, and things change, and it is what it is.
RJ, I don't know how much you've been able to tune in. I know you're a enthusiast as much as a fan of the sport as a competitor, but one of the biggest things we're here doing with this whole thing, we're spreading the word. This is the greatest motorsport in the world. We know that. The rest of the world don't know that, but this is step 1 in a multi-step process. But tell the pulling fans around the world, people here in the venue, what makes this the greatest motorsport in the world. I mean, because again, the amount of skill in like you guys are athletes,
right? Yeah, it's a skill, but everyone has the chance to win. It doesn't boil down to the dollar amount. It doesn't matter what you spend. You could have, we're kind of doing it in the 4-wheel drive. I brought a truck here from the 80s that's up here with a used engine that probably got thrown away by some of the top guys over 15 years ago. It's a '03 Sonny's engine that's not fresh, and it's just we come just to have fun, and we put it into fourth place.
You got fourth. I mean, in Farley it was top 5 too, right?
What's that?
Did it get a top 5 in Farley? 5th in
Yeah,
Farley, right?
yeah, we had 2. Yeah, if I would have, I just bought a region license thinking we're just going to play with it, but I think if I'd have bought a Grand National license, we've been.
I think the rules allowed you to do that to a certain point.
Really?
You can, yeah.
I'll have to check on that.
When you get the tech guy over here for NTPA, we'll tell them about how they screwed the track up in the two-wheel drive. But you can upgrade to a Grand National license. I'm just kidding, track operaters and NTPA
yeah,
guys.
No, I mean,
Get us in trouble.
Yeah, one thing about the track guys, and everything, they do a great job, and one thing about pulling is they're all volunteers. Very seldom are any of these track people that are out there working the track at a facility paid. So, that is nice that we do have that.
RJ, if you get a top 5 today, I'm going to pay for the upgrade, and then as you win your championship with this older truck that you're bringing out to debut, me and you will split the points winnings. Is that fair?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right.
Let's do it.
We're
Yeah,
gonna make that happen. But you got to get top 5 today. If you know top 5 today, I'm out.
No, it sounds good. Yeah, we made a driver change. We put DJ's son Kyle in it. He's done a lot of work to that chassis and that truck since we've brought her back out. So he's going to drive it today.
Did you share that was your dad's truck?
Yep. So yeah, that's my dad's truck.
This is amazing to me.
That's my dad's first truck he ever started pulling with back in the '70s.
That's cool.
And that
one here with it in the 80s.
Yep, and it's just been around. There's a sticker on the side of the chassis yet from 1986 Bowling Green sticker.
That's too cool.
It's still there, and it sat in a shed for years. And my dad passed. We brought it out and cleaned it up, and didn't have a motor in it or anything. And DJ Sullivan walked up to me at my dad's Celebration Live and says, "Don't put that back into a barn for another 20 years. Bring it to my shop. I'm going to get it going." Ran it a super stock the last 2 years and won 2 championships on the ECI level. And then I said this winter, I'm like, I'm buying a Sonny's. I found this used one, scrolling Facebook Marketplace, you know me, and went ahead and bought me a used Sonny's out of Pennsylvania, and here we are.
And we're going to chase a championship with it.
Yeah, absolutely.
I said we because I'm going to upgrade this license for you.
We're going to do it. We're going to leave here and do it. I want it done. Let's do it.
Well, I guess I love that, though. I mean, you think about the frame and the kind of the age of it all, but we talked yesterday, Matt Hartz is out running, or Nate Hartz is running the Never Satisfied entry, and that's Jared Nelson's very first Midnight Revenger frame, I believe.
Yes.
That was under the C cab.
I thought that looked recognizable.
And then so that was under the C cab, and then obviously Jared put the Silverado body on there when he wanted to go
somewhere
run.
East originally, right?
It went to a family called the Blossers.
Yeah.
Adam Blosser bought it when Jared built his new truck, and then these folks, the Hartz family, have had it now for probably 5 or 6 years, and it's that same sort of look, and the headers that come out just like that. And, you can see the stance from a Jeremy Nelson shop, but you ever want to think about how far Jeremy Nelson's advanced as well? That would have been a full body that he would have done almost 20 years ago.
Speaking of,
there's no other sport, by the way, like that. That's one of the things I love. There's history with the drivers. I walked over the ice rink and I look year over year at all the winners. There's history with the drivers, but then there's history with the vehicles.
Absolutely.
You don't see that anywhere else. Yeah.
Kind of to back up on just talking about the Nelsons, and this is like good news info. We're not we are affiliated with all major organizations, so we can talk about it here.
Sure.
I thought that was really cool. Jeremy Nelson went to Texas, an outlaw pull. I've never known him to run outlaw, and he goes in there and wins. No offense to outlaw guys, but those guys are pretty good at what they do.
Yeah. So obviously, just to give you a little backstory.
Right?
Yeah, give you a little backstory on that. Obviously, Jeremy's sister-in-law is married to an outlaw puller that lives in Texas.
He's a tough runner.
Yeah, so he's a numerous-time champion, and his dad is a numerous-time champion with the Outlaws. So the Zychek family, they live in Columbus, Texas, and which is kind of
they're doing
the same
any
area.
illegal wagering amongst their family.
They
RJ,
may.
it's illegal if I bet you $20.
No, I know, yeah.
But it's legal to get on a full pull app and pick somebody.
Absolutely, I know
if
that.
you're 21.
Yes, I know that.
So yeah, they won in a class of 20 some odd down there. Pretty Misty did. She was driving her dad's truck, the After Midnight machine, and Jeremy's still trying to get some things dialed in. I think he's struggled a little bit.
Well, Jeremy's got some of the new tires.
He's got a different tire setup than his bride does, and I think that made about a 30 some odd foot difference.
It's a big change. I was playing the tire game yesterday myself with a 2-wheel drive, and they're a world of difference, and I'm not sure what's the answer yet. And I know they're both better than what we had, but it takes a lot of laps to get it done. That was only the second time down the track yesterday with all the new tires.
Would you say there's Miles is all about data. How do you say it? Data.
Data.
There's from the data that's been acquired summer 2023. There's not a competitor can sit back here and say you got to have this tire, that tire. It's kind of like a revolving door right now, right?
Yeah, there's no answer right
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
I mean, it's no different.
Which is
than-
awesome, by the way.
Yeah, no, I mean, Mayhill's won it. Chad Mayhill, he upgraded his tire and did a great job. But Nichols was right behind it, and then I think it was Mayhill Nichols. It was almost split all the way down the line. And but it's just it's all a learning curve.
It goes back to what you say about how incredible these competitors are. Like it's hard. Like it's really neat. Honestly.
Yeah. It doesn't matter about what you're spending right now. I mean, I could go buy your top mini rod. I mean, it'd be CJ's tractor. Yours isn't as good. We know that. But
since you got out of that class, right?
Yeah, since I got out of it, Yeah, I couldn't hang with the guys.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Comes in and wins a championship and just kind of does his farewell.
Makes it look quite easy, and then
Drop the mic.
Well, it was one of them deals where guess what? You can only go one way from there.
Yeah.
That's true. That's
so
true.
we ended on a good note, and the mini rod was awesome. We had a lot of fun, and I'm not saying we won't be back. It just was a business deal where it was for sale, but it wasn't on sale type of deal, and I felt like we got enough for it, and I let it go, and it's heading up to the great state of Minnesota. He's coming to get it next week.
Fierce competitor, savvy businessman.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, here's another element I want to talk about. I think that it's really made a difference. We'll say for sure in the two-wheel drive side, but that's the introduction of a brand new sled.
Absolutely.
And guys, like, let's be honest. We all. I mean, I habitually, I think you guys oftentimes just are so accustomed to what the sled does. But we've built this new sled, and Vaughn built this new sled with the intent to change some things for you guys.
Yeah. Did you know what he changed, or did anyone talk to him? So he moved the pin.
Yep.
And moved the pin back, and then he also made the pan longer, and he changed those things in hoping it'd work better. He said since he put the big cabs on them back in the 90s that he never changed anything for that extra weight. So he said he's changed a few things he hoped to make the sled
Essentially,
better.
what he did is upgrade his mini rod sled.
Yeah,
Basically.
The same thing.
he built
just
a
made
larger
bigger
version of a
his
mini rod sled. Yes,
Yep.
sir. And the hope is, like, if you think about what we do with the mini class, I mean, the biggest advancement and change is allowed for you guys to just get off and running, and then really slam you and try to get you stopped quickly. So, we talked a little bit yesterday about mile per hour, and if you're in that 36, 37, 38 mile per hour range, you're in the hunt habitually with a mini rod, and that's something.
I'm gonna try to go 38 today.
Well, you might. I hope you
I'm
do.
gonna try.
I'm pretty sure. I hope Chase does, but I think CJ's gonna have the tune-up today. I mean, I
Go over and give him a pep talk.
I seen him over there thrashing on it, and he's just so calm and relaxed.
He looks locked in this morning.
He's just ready to go.
He looks locked in.
Yeah, I can't.
Absolutely.
The best part about the daytime pulling with him is watching him
Sweat.
aggressively sweat to the point he's almost passing out, and you got to give him IVs. Pulling fans, I don't know if you realize about the worst thing about daytime pulling, especially in these conditions. You sit in that freaking tractor, they want you in there, a couple three behind deck.
Yeah.
And so in a mini rod, of course, we're idiots that everything we have is black.
Yeah.
Helmets, tractors, everything's black. So my CJ, my teammate, cousin, really has a challenge when he's sitting in that moment.
Well,
in that heat.
He sweat. I mean, I grew up with. He sweats a lot. Period.
Yeah.
So you throw him in this 90-degree weather in a black mini, and it
There's
gets
been some
bad.
consideration about placing some IVs on there, but he scaled back his adult beverage intake for that one purpose.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah.
he's getting smarter. He's getting smarter.
Yeah,
So, well, I was going to say. So, I've been hearing about this. Greatest motorsport in the world.
Yeah.
I'm becoming a believer. I'm also a believer that these are some of the greatest fans in the world. Everybody's awesome. They know so much about the sport. I've met numerous people that have been to every single one of these Tomah pools, 48 of them now. So I told if you want to get to know the fans, the best way to do it is to go out to the campground. And we're lucky enough here at Full Pool that we have the first ever campground correspondent. He's educated in the art of putting people on the spot right at the campground. So we want to give you all a sneak peek of what it's like to be at the campgrounds here.
Not during the daytime, late in the evening.
Yeah, late in the evening. Yeah. So we're going to show you what it looks like to be, from a fan's perspective, to be at the campgrounds here at Tomah.
First of all, what's your name? Where are you from?
Jim Mahoney, Suring, Wisconsin, the biggest state or biggest city in Oconto County. What else do you want me to say?
Well, okay. I mean, so you got a nice setup here.
Suring, Wisconsin, have you?
I've never been. I've never been to Tomah, Wisconsin until a couple days ago.
Oh, all right. Well, I'm sorry to hear that.
What's your favorite thing about tractor pulling?
I'll tell you what. First of all, it's an excellent sport, good family sport, and we have made a lot of very good friends competing and going to tractor pulls. We compete in local circuits around northeastern Wisconsin, and we made a lot of very good friends.
You guys got a nice setup here. You got have you been doing food today, or are you just drinking?
Well, of course we do food occasionally because
You have to.
Well, right. I mean, it still comes down to basic nourishment,
Right.
fluid intake, food intake. I mean, we're not rewriting the book here.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So,
Do you think you'll spend more time this weekend sleeping or drinking?
I will know that I will spend more time drinking because we haven't been sleeping at all yet. So, so right now, even if I went to bed right now for the rest of the weekend, we'd still be more time drinking. So,
All right, what's your favorite class in the pulls?
Pro Stocks is kick-ass. We love Pro Stocks. All the diesel tractor classes are the best, but Pro Stocks are the ultimate.
You guys have been coming to tractor pulls for a long time. It's not your first time on the campground, right?
No, yeah, we've been coming for a long time. There is one individual here who's been here every year that Tomah's been going. We can't claim that, but we're getting close. But there is one individual who's been here every year.
What's the most shocking thing you've ever seen at the campground at a tractor pull? The most shocking thing.
The most shocking thing? I can't come up with the most shocking thing. Hey, when we had the pool and we were sliding into the pool, that was maybe one of the most shocking things. And now they took away our water and now we can't have a pool. That was good.
Wait a minute. What happened?
Well, they moved us over here. We used to be over there. We had water and we'd bring a pool and we'd fill the pool with the hose. Now we get nothing. We got electricity basically.
You got cut off.
We got yep. We're cut off.
You lost some privileges.
No.
All right.
They still let us come here.
They still let you come. That's all that matters.
They haven't kicked us out yet. That's basically. Then we're going with that. That's. Well, okay. So now you're gonna say that the badass motor is gonna be a V8 automotive motor.
That's your call.
But I'm gonna say that a badass motor is a diesel super stock or a diesel pro stock.
What's it sound like?
Whoa!
All right, can you? How far did you guys have to drive to get here?
I live 100 miles away from here. 100 miles to the north.
Anything